Greetings. Peace. What's going on, sentient beings? Coming through grateful. More clarity each day. And it's like, I get it. I gotta live through it to experience. That's how you experience and learn and see. And it's like, the more you live, the more you see the game. It's like, So, are you gonna fold or are you gonna grow? Damn. That's the part that hurts. When you know you're folding or you're not doing enough growing, or you know that, if you continue to, you can't get out of the scenario. You gotta keep growing. You gotta keep flying. You gotta keep moving. Keep zooming. Much easier said than done. And yeah, you're still in the scenario. Damn, I was just at the Department of Social Services so I can recertify for my food stamps. I've been on food stamps ever since becoming a mother. I didn't grow up knowing what food stamps was while I was pregnant by my child that I raised alone. I didn't create her alone, but I take care of her alone. Because choices that other people make, you can't control their people. But irregardless, my job is I still got the same job that I already had, is to make sure she's good any which way possible, harmonious, happy, joyfully, internally, mentally, emotionally, physically, spiritually. And these institutions out here, that's not what they were created for or to do. Oh, which is why you gotta do it your damn self. Oh, the games. But anyways, I'm in the system. Whether I have a full-time job or not, or get 100 on a civil service test, work for the state of New York, be a good job, but okay, a one person trying and taking care of the household. Well, I don't know how many hours you think you're gonna have to work at that good job, but that's gonna require a babysitter. And babysitters cost the same amount that rent costs. But they do have different programs available, but they only help subsidize in the daytime. And good luck finding a daycare at nighttime or a babysitter when you have to work a 16-hour shift for the state. There's all these little loopholes and games that you already know. You're all out here in it. Or whether you're the CNA and you got to work 65 hours a week and figure out the babysitters and pick the kids up and drop them off someplace to run back to work. Shit is crazy. You already know. We're all in it. And the solution is when we individually stand up for ourselves and collectively work together. You gotta stand up and find another solution. That was, boom, me homeschooling. I already saw all this shit. I'm like, none of this, dropping my baby up, none of this shit makes sense, yo. So I stopped doing it. And then it was issue after issue after issue, which it already was in daycare. And then I was like, it's okay, now that she's in kindergarten, it's gonna be better now. It's different now. This is a different institution, so it's gonna be different now. Yo. Okay, you still gotta learn. Okay, you still gotta learn and see some shit. You gotta see how the game is. You don't get it. It's all of us. It's not about your color, your religion. You don't get it. You don't get it yet. Yep. So that's all of our children in the school right now, and they won't let them in the building unless they put a mask on. And then if they try to take their mask off, they're gonna be mean to them or yell at them and shit. Like basically the same pressures that I wherever I go. Look, just like when she's with me, I just walked into the Department of Social Services. You already know, they metal detectors, 3 police officers, security guards, whatever. Everybody's got their mask on. You know me, I'm same thing I always do, and it's their protocol. They gotta offer me a mask. They gotta be like, well, do you have a mask? No, I don't. They're like, here's one. I'm like, okay, thank you. I set the shit right down. I set it right down in the bin with my stuff, so they can slide through the thing. Like, you ain't see, I'm walking here with a mask, I'm not putting that on. That's not necessary for me to live. That's not necessary for me to be here and take care of my business. And you can't force me. Because if you could, or if it was illegal, you'd arrest me. If I come in there trying to drink, or if I come in there with drugs and shit, y'all gonna take action, arrest, or whatever. I came in there without a mask. And the protocol is, see, this is why in the beginning they didn't even have a protocol. People didn't know what to do. There's so much I was seeing. And it come from the employees, not the police officers. Now, not one police officer has ever tried to disrespect me and come at me sideways on some, you have to do this. Ever. There's always some punk-ass person going outside of their job description that already they be power tripping, so now they feel like they can. Like, I'm going through a situation right now, and see, this is part of my truth. I'm not standing up for myself and going to get the legal help that I need for the people trying to step outside of their perceived power. They're not even doing their role, and then they go on top of that, and so this shit is crazy. But this is the game. This is what they do. This is a paperwork game. You know? Oh, well, if you want these food stamps, or, if you want this job, or, if you want your children to be at this school getting educated, or, if you want this medicine, so it's, you either know how to live and survive, or you got to depend on the system that they created, and it's, to support you and live off of that. And the one that they created is created to have you running in this wheel and misery and come back next month for the same shit that didn't work last month. This is their game. Medicate and prescribe, not to, and to manage, you know, not to heal or cure, get rid of, eliminate, which these things are possible. Oh, what we can only do is this. And that's the mind fuck. They just have you out here feeling like, well, this is all that's possible. It's just to be a zombie. Just to exist like this. And that's not it. So much abundance. This my city and everybody know it. Woo! So this here is the Shenango River. Where that bridge is on the other side, that's the Susquehanna River, but those two meet. And that's called the confluence, where the two rivers meet. So you already know, geographically, politically, historically, this geography don't lie. Let's go. Geography don't lie. Whatever. So with that, there's ports, there's trade, always near the water. So people can do trade, commerce, before there was cars. Before there's using horses, or when you want to get to other places, you got to get on the boat. And you go to other towns, and you travel, and you trade the goods that you have, and barter with the others. Ooh, what's that bird? Looking like an ibis. But this is a way of life. How are we living off of the land and the resources that are available here versus how you guys are doing it? And let's share and work together. These corporations deplete the resources. They take the resources from the people, and then they make us pay for it. Regardless of your religion, regardless of your color. See, and this is the thing. These are the games that they play to try to separate the people so that you can't see it. Confirmation. Where you don't, I heard the beat, but I see that, we got two of them up there. Okay, gratitude. Oh, they're everywhere. They're everywhere. Watching. So that, they put these illusions of division to make you think you're different. We're separate. You're separate for this or for this or for this, so that people don't even try to come together. Oh, they're like this, and it breeds the hate. It's just when you see two things, something opposite you, that automatic, competition got to be better and step. And it goes to automatic kill or be killed. It don't have to be that. When you see somebody opposite you, you should be looking at automatically thinking, how do we collaborate? How do we cooperate? How do we work together? How do we to operate? How do we operate together, collectively, cohesively, collective, cohesive, cooperate, community? It's all the same. Co-op, you get it. Everybody brings something to the table. Let's get it. We're all gonna eat in here. What's that called? Smorgasbord? This concept. And this is what life is supposed to be. I go around, I talk to people all the time, and I love it. I just get little bits and pieces of the puzzle. That's all. And I'm putting my puzzle together. We're all here putting the puzzle together. Well, being open-minded and appreciative of others and the differences. That's what it's about. Oh, it's new moon energy. Last time I was out here, I made a video in the river. Yes, that was Leo season. The sun was in Leo and the moon was in Cancer. I remember. Energy don't lie. I was in the water, like in there. Not today. Be feeling like I'm a failure because I'm on food stamps, and I've been on food stamps since I've become a mother. That shit pisses me off. That shit pisses me off. Living in substance, all that. I never did none of this. But that's all I did was work, put myself in a position. But I was able to do that without having a child. When I got pregnant and had a child, game changed. You already know I'm above and beyond. I'm extra with my energy, so That's all goes towards my child. And I start looking around and seeing like, well, these motherfuckers they're not doing it right. Or I bring her to the place with a tank top on and nose clean, body buttered up. And why are you bringing me back? Why does she have crusty boogers in her nose? And where the fuck is her tank tops at? And her little onesie, she got extra ones. And what's going on? Like, y'all are here getting paid, but you're clearly not taking care of my child like you're supposed to. And you think it's okay. No, you got the wrong one. But these are the experiences that you have and you see, and then it's stop to think, well, the whole agencies, they're feeding them cow's milk, and they think this is good, and now, because I do something different, now they look at me like I'm bad or wrong or a little know-it-all. What the fuck? Just feed my, or I'll be here, I'm gonna send in the milk so I can breastfeed my baby, or I'm gonna have to take a break from work and come and be right there, because I made sure I was working right in the building where my baby was at. And still not trusting these motherfuckers. So, yeah, it always for me is through my child. I had a lot of change through my child. And for my child, because of my child, like, hold on. I don't like the way y'all treat people. I don't like the way you guys do things. This shit you're not really doing shit for the benefit of the people. And the people are these children. And I had to give my child to you so hell no. But I did these things. I was part of this world, and I experienced, and that led me to, and led us to, pulling away as much as possible from all these situations, even away from working and more towards entrepreneurship. And it's because that's where the control is. It's crazy. But when you use your inner strength and you do the practices and you stay in emotional control and you move forward despite the obstacles and you fly over and be triumphant, and there's just a lot to it. It takes standing for what you know and your authenticity. But really, I got on here because I was pissed because, this is the whole part, and this is what I already know. This is every place I go, I don't wear masks. It's to the point now, people don't even ask, but except for now, they don't even try, unless they have to for their job, and they'll be like, well, here you go, ma'am. But they can't be like, well, you can't come in here. That's not their job. Nobody told them to say that. Some people try to do that. Oh, yeah. I had this one lady tell me that, and she was just an employee. Because that's how they operate at that store right downtown. It's a racist-ass store, too. But anyways, it's the only metaphysical store in the area, but that's why I'm supposed to be in a position where, well, start your own then. Do what the fuck you need to do. They're not treating people right, and this is what you're into. You can't even go in there and spend money with them without them following you, to act like they're going to steal something every time you come in there, you drop bread. And they're looking at you crazy. No, go shop elsewhere or create your own. You shouldn't have had to deal with that, and this is all part of the game. So anyways, boom, they're already like that. They're already on some extra shit. So of course with this, they're like, they got signs on the door. Look, they had a sign on the door like, regardless if you're vaccinated, you still gotta wear a mask. Like, yo, what business got a sign like that on the door? They're on their power trip and shit, right? So, which a lot of people are, and they try to use this as a way to control. So anyways, I remember I went in there like, yo, I'm looking for this, that, and that. She's like, well, you need a mask. I'm like, yeah. So do you have this item that I'm looking for? She's like, well, I need you to put this on. I'm like, are you going to answer the question, or should I go back there and look myself? So her and I are going back and forth like, but you can't force me to leave. You can't call the police and say this lady's not wearing a mask. That's not, nobody's concerned. They don't care. That's not going to work. That's not going to end well. They're not going to, you're trying to do something outside of your job description. But that's kind of like how they operate there. But long story short, she went to the back of the store and got what I wanted. She didn't want me to go in there, move further. She just wanted me out the store ASAP because it's apparent I'm not responding to that shit. I'm not going to put that mask on. I'm not going to play this game. I'm not about to put the mask on so we can pretend that we can pretend that I'm safe. Listen, if you really were scared about that, you wouldn't be sitting here having a conversation with me arguing about it. If you were really scared, you would be acting like it was an emergency. Get the fuck out of here. You play the game you want to play, but you trying to force me to play the game, that's something different. And that's what some people do. Now, and that's what it is now, because some people are vaccinated and someone else, so you don't know. It's not your right to tell someone they can wear a mask or not. It's not your right to even ask if they're vaccinated or not. That shit crazy. So that's the okie doke and device they put it under so people can look. But anyways, that's what they were trying to do in that store. That's what they try to do places, regardless like your vaccination, that they do that in the library. They got the signs on the door. I'm walking right and security guy got to come over. Hey, you need a mask? You know I'm just here to make these copies. How you doing anyways? You ever get that shock replacement we were talking about? You know, I talk to these people. We have regular conversations, just like we were doing before the air quality was being targeted. Damn, look. Ooh, who was it? Eddie Griffin said the realest shit ever. He said, ain't nobody got the flu since this started. Oh, I posted this little video on my page. That was weeks ago, so good luck finding that. But no, actually, if you go to my a Facebook page and then type in, I guess, Eddie Griffin, it should show that post. It was a video, so that I shared. Yeah, that was a good one. That's all. This is all a game, man. I gotta show you guys in the library. I mean, in the museum. So you play the game if you want to, and then you pull your mask on if you want, or you don't wear one. Nobody can fucking force you. Or when they try to be like, well, you can't come in here. It's like, you can't make me leave, especially if I didn't pay. So if you call security right now, security can't. That's not their protocol. Security is not going to say, well, you have to leave. That's why you don't call security, because you know that. You're just trying to be you're trying to get the parking lot spot of the month. Trying to be above and beyond and be the best goddamn employee you can be so you can get a parking spot of the month. Stupid shit. Anyways, the point was that I was just in the Department of Social Services for like 30 minutes, filling out this paperwork and recertifying. I go in there, metal detectors and all that. Of course, they hand me the mask, ask me if I have one. I'm like, no. They're like, oh, here you go. And I'm like, thank you. Put the shit down. Right there next to my stuff, they got it in the bins or whatever. Okay, now I got my stuff out, and they're not being assholes. They know me. They know I've been doing this. I was doing this in the thick of it. So anyways, and then as I grabbed my stuff, the one police officer, and he said he's funny too, because he was sipping his coffee when he did, and he had a smirk on his face, and he was like, oh, you forgot your mask. And I was like, I'm not gonna, and I was like, thank you. And smiled right back at him. I was like, thank you. Put it right in my bag. So now but they have a job to do and I got a job to do. And then I went right on over to the little desk and chair area and continued to do what I needed to do. Now all the employees that are in there are like, oh, she's in here without a fucking mask. Now they're gonna look, all of a sudden we got employees coming out. We got big shot Betty ass bitches coming out to go talk to the officers. Have any conversation you want. They saw me. I had to go past all of them. I had a whole conversation with them. They handed me a mask twice. And they saw me put it right down twice. They saw me first time put it on my desk, second time put it in my bag. And then go on and continue my work. They know where I'm at. They know I'm right here in this building. They didn't ask me to leave. They didn't say, well, you can't come in here if you don't have one on. So why the fuck is that going on at the schools? But when it's time for them to sing music, they can take their masks off. Oh. And if my child does what she does, stands up for herself, and it's like, well, my mom said I don't have to wear a mask. Like, what do you, like, come on, stop playing. Like, we don't wear masks anywhere. And any other time they tell me, well, if she just takes it off, see, now what they try to do, they try to harass her. They just, look, yo, she's already going through it day one, and it happened at breakfast. The teacher, what is this called? Gaslighting. I was like, wow, when I understood everything that was happening, like, because the teacher told on herself. It's day one, we're meeting, it's the end of the day, I come to pick my baby up, and I'm first meeting you, and it's like, you know, and it's not, the actions speak louder than words. Actions speak louder than words. The eye rolling, the body movements, the lack of professionalism, the goddamn, I can tell you don't even want to have this conversation with me in the first place. But then it was very interesting, the things that she's saying, I had to ask her, like, okay, so what about school supplies? Like, I'm expecting you to be talking to me about first day stuff and how she did, like, no. It was very interesting conversation. But she told on herself. She was like, your daughter thought we were laughing at her. I don't know why the teacher decided to tell me this, but as I spoke to my daughter later, you know, and she's telling me what happened, and I can see my daughter's look on her face as the teacher's right there standing there lying about what happened. But I didn't know that. I'm just scared to pick my daughter up. She thought we were laughing at her, but we were just saying that how nice it is that she gets to eat oatmeal while all the rest of us just have cold cereal. And it'd be so nice. We were just saying. She kept saying that we. So later, when I talked to my daughter about it, I was like, "What happened?" She's like, "The teacher was laughing at me." I said, "Yeah." I said, "Why did?" I was like, "What happened? Or why did you think the teacher was laughing at you?" She said, "Because she was." And I said, "Well, who else was laughing at you?" She said, "No one." I said, "Well, who else was there? Who else was talking?" She said, "Well, we were all there. We were eating." I said, "Well, was anyone else talking?" She said, "No." I said, "Did anyone else laugh?" She said, "No." And I said, "Well, I don't understand. Like, where's the laughing part come in if, according to the teacher, you're just trying to say how awesome it is that you have oatmeal and all the rest of us have just cold cereal and milk. Our mamas aren't doing that." Yo, she was like this though while she was saying it to me. She was rolling her eyes and turning her whole body away from me. And now, so I'm listening to my daughter explain to me, and as I'm flat, and I see the flashback, like, oh, that's why the teacher was. That's what I felt. That's what the fuck she was doing. She was telling on herself, but she was being deceptive. She put it right out there because obviously my daughter's gonna tell me how she felt. If you were trying to make a comment about how awesome it is that her mother sent her oatmeal with blueberries in it, like you said to me, I don't understand where laughing comes into play. So, but you admitted that you were laughing, but you said we were laughing, as if it was some classroom thing. Ain't the kids ain't worrying about what she's eating at school. So, but it was interesting. But she said, yeah, she played herself. And I was like, and I'm like, nah, you're reading to 2158. It's double H's. No, that's protection, gratitude. And I know what I'm talking about. I know gratitude. All I'm known for is gratitude. I appreciate that. And I'm like, no, you're reading into it too much. You know what I'm saying? It's only day one. And then I was like, fuck, it's day one. You're supposed to be going out of your way to make her feel comfortable. And my daughter, you knew she was going to come home and say something about that shit because you knew you were trying to make her feel uncomfortable. You're trying to ostracize her. And then, like, so, you know, that's what I figured out from listening to my daughter, based on what the teacher told me, decided this information she wanted to give me, and my daughter telling me how she felt, and me asking her about it. So what was that? My daughter said there wasn't no we involved. No other child said anything. No other child was laughing. But the comp 2244, let's go. 444, let's go. But how it went was my daughter's minding her business, eating her oatmeal, and she hears laughing and looks up at something that's like, oh, are you laughing at me? And the teacher's like, no. This is my daughter. I'm just asking what happened. So I'm just giving a report of what was told to me. I just told you the teacher's account, now I'm telling you my daughter's account. I told you the teacher's account, I told you my opinion based on both of them, and now I'm telling you what my daughter said. Okay, so you were eating, then you heard laughing, you look up, the teacher's looking at you, and you said, oh, are you laughing at me? She said, no. Okay. And then what'd you say? And my daughter goes, oh, because I thought you were laughing at me. I thought you were laughing. I thought I heard you, so she goes, I thought I heard you laughing. I said, oh, okay. So then what did the teacher say? Well, the teacher said, well, I wasn't. Well, you know, children, they're getting all into she's just, and you know when they say it exactly how it was said to them. But overall, my mind, like, okay, I see the level of maturity that we're working with here. It's already unprofessional. It's immature. But I know this. I know this is people, regardless of their jobs, their emotion, their intellect, that emotional intelligence, or their heart level. And when they don't got no motherfucking heart, they go out of their way to be devious. They go out of their way to use intellect. You're trying to, so that's why the ostracize part came out. So you used your position as a teacher and alone with the children, and this is what you're doing with your energy. My child didn't. You're right that she didn't. If you laughed, you laughed. And then you told me that you laughed. But you told her that you didn't. But you know what you did. So, she thought we were laughing at her. Okay, so overall, though, both parties are saying there was laughing involved. Laughing don't go with giving her a compliment or saying, oh, wow, you have oatmeal. That don't go with that. That don't go together. That's how I know. That's like, what the fuck? But you're a teacher. You're a professional. But I already know that this is why I have everything to keep my daughter away from these people and what they do. What they do to our children. And she came out like, oh, girl, bitch. So I'm going to let her know. You can address me as Miss Esther. I'm not a girl. I'm a grown woman, and you may address me as Miss Esther. So this is how, like, I had to be diplomatic. You know, as soon as my daughter came on the door, take that mask off. Take that off. Same as always. It's fucking crazy. And it's like, for me to tell her in the class, you don't got to wear that. And she knows and she sees, but at the same time, if she don't, they're going to try to attack her. They're already attacking her. This was breakfast. This was the first fucking 20, 30 minutes of class on her first day. You're supposed to be going out of your way to make her welcome, and that's what the comment you made, and you're laughing at her at breakfast time on her first day. And no one, oh, so back to the story. And she's like, well, I didn't. And I said to my daughter, I said, well, did anybody else say anything? She said, no. I said, well, what did all the other children do? She said, nothing. They were just quiet. And I was like, really? Why? I said, so they weren't laughing? She said, no. She was like, and I said, well, why not? And she said, because they heard her too. Everyone was just quiet, like, we heard you. But everyone was just quiet too, because they heard her. So I'm like, damn, yo, yeah, that was 26-17. That's double eights. Confirmation. Beep, beep. It was one beep. But anyways, fuck. That's how I feel. Like, I already know I gave my child to the enemy. But it's all part of the game, and attack is and the stupid shit. So now she got to do with you stupid shit. But so the accountability. Now, that's because I'm not doing enough. I'm not in the position where she don't got to be with these stupid fuckers that want to attack her emotion, psychologically. That's psychological. That's a psychological narcissistic approach from her teacher on day one at breakfast time. So that's just the tip of the iceberg. You feel me? Fuck. But gratitude. There's higher powers, unknown force. It's all the game, and we're operating righteously. So things like this is about standing up for yourself, and things like this getting exposed. So I gotta do what I need to do, have my documentation. Like, okay, so it's a pattern. So if every day my daughter tells me some stupid shit about what you did, and I have documentation about the stupid shit, and you're telling me about the stupid shit that you're doing. So, but I'm pissed, because it's like, and then I see it, it's like the adults, we're walking up, everybody's in their house without masks. This mask shit is stupid and crazy. Oh, because that's the excuse they use. Oh, the children aren't vaccinated. Right, okay, I hear the sirens. I forgot, I don't be knowing what they're doing. I don't play these games, I'm not in it. And it's like, yeah, but you are though. That's why CPS is at your door. Because you're right there. You live in housing authority. So guess what? And you get food stamps. However which way they can try to come at you, they want to come. What do you mean? They were fraudulent lie. You seen it. You've been a part of it. You left jobs so that you didn't allow them to attack you type shit like they were trying to do it in the fraudulent paper. You already know what's up. You know these games they play. These paper pushing punks. This is what they do. This is their game. Anti-nature, cut the trees down, fill the people with metal. Yo, and you see it. And the people that support it. It's not every teacher is like that. Come on, so it's a choice so it's an institution. I'm well aware, but but these institutions allow for the individuals that want to be manipulative and hurtful. It allows them. It's perfect. It's perfect. That's their home, and it gives them and it protects them in what they're doing as well. And they all stick together. And they lie for each other. Oh. So, inner strength and battles and accountability. Accountability. I don't have no business living in housing authority. I'm living in subsidized housing. I don't have no business working for somebody else. I don't have no business having a need, being in a position where I need to go apply for food stamps. Like I've been doing since I've become a mother, with or without a job full time, a good job. Shit is crazy. Or in order to make enough money to be able to move out of subsidized housing or not have to depend on the government to pay the other half of your rent because there's not somebody else there, or to be able to have a home, which now it's crazy. So whatever, to be able to pay for a place or with all these things and not live on food, the amount of money that's needed based on the job that I'm working, or a lot of us have, you already do the math. You see how many hours you're going to have to work, and it's going to be more than fucking 40. And you're also going to have another bill. So whoever's watching your child, you got to pay for that while they're not in school. And when you go pick them up to go drop them off someplace else, you're paying for them. And then they sit on a bus, and then stupid shit happens on the bus, with or without an aide there. School's like, we're not responsible for that. Oh, the most dumbass shit happens on the bus. I'm telling you. Or how I saw children that they were in a fight yesterday. I don't know what happened. When I got there, I could see that there was some gentleman from the community took the time that he had children with him, or whether they were his children he was picking up, or nieces or nephews or whatever, and he took the time to stop the children. When I got there was a couple children in a circle, and he was talking to them like, don't make these choices I did. You don't want to be out here fighting. You don't need to do that. And he was talking about he made bad choices in life, and then he tried to sell drugs, and then bad things happened to him, and he had to get locked up and things like that, and then it takes a long time to build up, and don't be like that. Help each other, work with each other, blah, 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 blah. Don't make bad choices. You don't need to be out here fighting each other. One of the kids had a lump on his head, the youngest one at that. Crazy. And I see the kids, and it's like, wow, fuck. Tooth messed up. And I try to help them, or ask them, or like, can you call your mom, or whatever. They don't know, like, well, she's a stranger, or she's asking us questions about mom. Yep, mom's at home. But I could tell he was lying, because I was like, is your mom at home? And then the way he looked down, and his brother was like, yeah, and grabbed him and kind of moved away. And I was like, oh, okay, I see what's going on. But it's like, even though we live in the same area, and I was like, I'll walk up there with you, because it's like, fuck, why are you walking alone? Probably because your mom's at work. You should have had to be walking alone, and now there's dumbass fights are happening, or anything could be happening. And you don't live close enough. You do live within it's all a game. It's all a game. Instead of busting the children, or if you're on the bus, you're letting anything happen to them. Bullies in the school, it's all over the nation. So what about the adults that are supervising them? How is this even possible? People are well aware of all the fuck shit that happens in schools that we all went to. And this is where we're at. Are we healthy? Are we successful? Are we even happy? And then we put our children to go through the same stupid shit. Oh, so the adults they don't have masks on. They go drop the child off. You're gonna put your mask on all day. This shit is crazy. So when we go to these buildings and go to this place, that's what we have to do. But then when we go home, we take the mask off. When we go here, if we're spending money at these fucking games, yo. The lack of critical thinking, this shit is mind-boggling. So anyways, don't focus on that. There's solutions, move other directions. It's like, like even a video I made yesterday, I didn't post it yet. I'm like, damn, am I even gonna post this one? 3312. Oh. But then that's part of it. Well, why do I don't have to be afraid that I'm telling the truth. So then that's what I remind myself. And this is what happens when because you're standing for something instead of folding, because you're out here fighting these obstacles and these fucking demons. And that's when I get high. So gratitude, it's spiritual warfare. It really is. So, okay, yeah, I got to put on the Psalms 91. Right. And warfare. Right. That's right. Okay, keep the baby. Okay. Just like the olive oils and the garlics. To keep these fucking blood-sucking ass vampires, these different things that I've done and seen and how it works and applies. So, and it's armor up the child too. Which she has her right. So I asked her if she wanted to wear her jewelry. Nope. So I need to explain more so she comprehends. This is not a mandala. What is it? Organite. I got her to organite Aya Haru. She's the eagle. Yeah, exactly. For these fuck faces. Her armor, her technology. Oh, the game is real. It's like Agent Smiths everywhere. It's agents. Oh. Now, half of the words that I said today, I'm gonna see on whenever I go online, just Google, YouTube, I'm gonna see these words that I've been saying today. There's an AI. So it's like, use it to get what you want. If I'm not doing it, if I'm focusing on the fuck shit that they're doing and talking about it. So, I have work to do. It's supposed to be a quick video about how I was just in the Department of Social Services, and I mean, like, and I started talking about this. I was trying to make a video yesterday, like, how come no police officers arrest you for not wearing a mask? If that was a thing, like, this shit is crazy. It's on your own volition, but also, so you gotta stand up for yourself, or you let people tell you what to do that ain't doing what it do. So that's where we're at with it. Woo! What's today? Thursday. Ajna, Division. Oh, and that's how I started. I'm seeing it more and more. So, you know, and I'm grateful. Gratitude for the awareness. There's something you don't even know. You don't even know. There's so much that I don't even know. But I'm starting to also see, like, oh, okay, and that's part of it. The game, okay, play the game. Use it to your advantage, right? Like the AI, the paperwork game. There's ways to play the paperwork game and get these fucking resources for free. But get real resources. Right, the maple leaf, just gratitude, confirmation. So what it is, and that's what I'm saying, accountability. I'm not doing enough for what I need to do. I'm not doing enough. But it's okay, and I have to beat myself up over it. And recognize, see, gratitude, and fucking get moving. Confirmation, gratitude. Remember to always ask the ancestors and to surely seek spirit. Thank you all, known force. Gratitude.